Alrighty. Zach Wattis and Max Stagg coming up in the second inning. Rulli yesterday was 4 for 4, scored a couple runs, had a couple RBIs. Looking in, getting his sign is Ramses Guerrera. And the pitch, that one popped up. Right field, Kevin Blanco has a beat on it, makes the catch, 1 down. So 4 up, 4 down so far for Ramses Guerrera. And that'll bring up Zach Wattis. Wattis 2 for 3 with a walk yesterday. Wattis hitting .362, 58 hits on the year, 44 RBIs and 7 home runs, including 1 yesterday. Ramses says yes. Gets his sign from Tyson Owens, and the pitch. Check swing strike, and the count 0-1. Well, defensively for Cochise, Dabrowski, Laya, and Blanco, the same trio that have started all 3 games for Cochise. Pitch a little bit low, and the count now 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down, no score. Top of the second inning. No base runners yet. Both guys perfect first innings, Guerrera and Brock Johnson for Central. Ramsey's ready. He deals. He tries that curveball, misses outside, and the count 2 balls and 1 strike. For those that just tuned in, this is game 3. This is the elimination game. Winner goes on, and the loser waits till next fall. And that one's a little bit inside. 3-1 now, the count. Guerrera, pretty good control. He's a guy that can really paint corners. Pretty good curveball. We'll see the changeup, and has a good control of the fastball. 3-1 pitch. Here it is. That one is hit wide of first and down the line. So the count full at 3-2. Cochise comes in with a batting average of .313, .330 for Central. Both these teams can hit the baseball. 3-2 pitch. Here it is. That one outside, ball 4. And that's the one thing that you don't want to do either way, is give up free passes on bases. Everything crucial in a game like this. And here's Max Stagg. It was Max Stagg on Thursday in the 9th inning with his team down 2-1 with a runner on first, hit a home run to right center. And that was a difference in the win for the Vaqueros Thursday afternoon. Wattis pretty good speed. Stagg takes just inside. Stagg, a .374 hitter with 55 hits on the year, 38 RBIs, 13 doubles, and 10 home runs. He leads the team in that department. Collectively, Central has 46 home runs on this season. That's about as good as you can really get. Pitch on the way in comparison to everybody else that leads the league, and that's a breaking pitch for a strike, and the count 1-1. Outfield straightaway, Dabrowski pretty deep in left field near the warning track. Laya mid-range deep in center field. The same for Blanco and right. This one popped up right side. He's going to give chase, but he'll watch that go into the shrubbery, and we'll reset and try again. 1-2 the count. No score, 1 down. Antonio Gianni would follow. Stagg yesterday, 2 for 5 with that home run. They throw over again, and Wattis will get that uniform a little bit more dirty as we play on. 1-2 the count. Ramsey's ready. Quick look over at first. He deals. That one is outside, 2-2. And I'll say this, after watching a lot of these guys for the last 2 games and a little bit earlier in the season, a lot of good disciplined hitters. They don't swing at bad pitches. And that's why they're here today playing in a semifinal series. Pitch coming up. That one is hit hard to left field. Dabrowski back, and that one is in the trees. 2-run home run for Max Stagg. So a big home run yesterday and one today. He got all of that. That was looked like a changeup that just hung there, and Stagg able to extend those arms that right in his wheelhouse, and it's 2-0 in favor of Central Arizona. And here is Antonio Gianni. Gianni 2 for 3 yesterday with a sacrifice and also walked. Pitch coming up. Tries that breaking pitch, stays high, and the count 1-0. Gianni out of Cave Creek, which is north of Phoenix, likely Cactus Shadows High School. Good baseball program, and there's a nice slider with good movement. When he's throwing that effectively, when he's throwing that slider, that ball's going to break left or right, and it's going to sink as it goes. And that can be a very, very tough pitch to hit, especially for a right-handed batter. Pitch coming up, and one high, and the count 1-1. Thomas Teal would follow. Teal caught Thursday's game. Owens goes over the signs. Here it is. Foul tip. And we'll try it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. 2-0 Central Arizona. Max Stagg, 2-run home run. And that is his 11th home run of the season. Ramsey's ready. He deals. Fastball. They look over at first. Did he go? Nope. And the count now full at 3-2. TJ Shaw, Ken Ryan, Sawyer Feck, Andrew Yee, third to first. Your infield, and Tyson Owens doing another good job behind the plate. He had some great saves yesterday. 3-2 pitch. That one a little check swing, and that'll go right over into the central dugout, occupied on the first base side. Dimensions here. Dead center is 385, power alleys 365, and 345 down each line. Ramsey's with a 3.88 ERA coming into play. Ready, he deals, and that's a fastball. Just does miss outside. Second walk issued in the inning. And with 1 out, here is Thomas Teal coming up. Teal, a sophomore out of Nogales, which is right down the road, about an hour and change. And a little meeting of the minds as Todd Engelhardt comes out. And you wonder how much he has in the tank. And this could be a day, well, it's going to be a day, it's going to probably be by committee out there. Coach East went through quite a few arms yesterday in that game. Central might have a few more available folks just based on statistics and who's done what as I looked at earlier games. But we'll see. Great game yesterday. Coach East had a 5-run lead. Central fought back. Central scored 3 runs in the 8th inning, and it was a nail-biter all the way. But at the end of the day, Coach East lived to fight another day, and here we are. All right, Gianni has great speed at first base. And they throw over there. Gianni yesterday, 3 stolen bases. He now has 19 on the season. Ramsey's ready. Gianni goes. A throw down to second is not going to get him. A good throw down. Mechanics perfect, but he just outran that thing. Boy, he got, really we did a good job holding him on, but he is just so fast. So 4 stolen bases yesterday and now today. And he had a couple on Thursday. Look back at second. Here's a pitch, squaring to bunt, and did he offer? Yes, he did. And the count goes to 1-1 strike, 1 out. Second inning, 2-0 Central. Compliments of Max Stagg. consecutive days he has homered, another 2-run home run. Well, they're not holding Gianni on. Let's see if he tries to go to third like he did the other day. And now they throw back to second to keep him at bay. Well, the other day we saw him steal second, and then 2 pitches later, steal third. And both throws not even close. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. Ramses Guerrera, here it is. Boy, nice pitch, outside corner fastball. No way that Teal could extend his arms on that one. Teal hitting .217, 13 hits on the year, and he's got 6 RBIs. Does have a home run, couple doubles. 1-2 pitch, yep, they throw back to second base. Ty Kennedy would follow. Teal was 0 for 4 Thursday. Did not play yesterday. Pitch on the way. There he goes to third. The throw down is a beauty, and he beat it. Well, that was a pretty good throw. Shaw had to reach back, but boy, a great slide. And that was a great slide because I thought that throw beat him, but 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Boy, Gianni is a rabbit. And the infield now comes in. So Shaw, Ryan, Fekini all on the edge of the turf. Pitch on the way, that one high. And the count now full, 3-2. Well, in a game where everything is tight, already down 2-0, infield is in. Guerrero ready. Quick look over at third. He deals. That one fell back at us. It's worth mentioning the infield here, both the what would be the dirt portion and all of the infield, including the mound and the batting area. And we're getting a warning by one of the umpires. I'm just guessing, maybe some excessive chatter from both dugouts right now. And some of the fans are not real happy out there, but trying to keep control. Again, emotions are high. This is a game where you win, you'll be playing next weekend. You lose, and you wait for fall baseball. So everybody on edge, everybody pumped up, and it's supposed to be fun. This is what athletes look forward to. And I was mentioning, everything is artificial turf. The outfield is regular grass. 3-2 pitch coming up by Ramses Guerrera. Here it is. Breaking ball, strike 3, got him. Oh my, what a great pitch. Froze him. And he has, when he's on his game, that's what he can do. Great control of that breaking pitch. And here is Ty Kennedy, the number 9 hitter. Kennedy on Thursday, 1 for 3. Kennedy, a right-handed batter, a sophomore. 6 foot, 190 out of Parker, Colorado. Pitch coming up. Fastball outside part of the plate. Boy, good location that time. And the count 0-1, and this would be an opportune time for a strikeout. Already down 2-0. 2 down, runner at third, pitch on the way. That one fouled away right side and out of play. So again, so important, and I've mentioned it like a broken record, for guys to get ahead of the count where you can go ahead and throw a few out of the zone. Maybe get a guy to bite. 0-2 pitch coming up with a runner at third. Here it is. And that one jammed him, a little fister, and it's right over to Sawyer Feck, who makes the play. That one hit right off his fist on the fastball, and that will be that. However, Damage done. Max Stagg, a big 2-run home run over the left field fence to give Central a 2-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the second inning. This is Cochise Baseball. And we are back for the bottom of the second inning. It'll be TJ Shaw, Sawyer Feck, and Noah Ellison. That's the 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup of Todd Engelhart in his 18th season here at Cochise. Brock Johnson on the mound begins his second inning of work. Kennedy, Benea, Rulli, and Wattis, third to first, the infield for the Vaqueros. Croxford, Gianni, Stagg, left to right in the outfield. And the first pitch is off speed, ball 1, 1-0. TJ yesterday, 1 for 2. He had 3 walks. 346 batter, and a swing and a miss. Shaw, good power. 63 hits on the year, 37 RBIs, 17 doubles, 3 home runs. Pitch coming, and that one high, and the count 1-1. Croxford, the left fielder, maybe about 10 feet in front of the warning track. And this is a roller up the middle, backhanded there by the second baseman, Easton Rulli, and made a great throw to get him. I mean, that was like a Super Bowl hop. He backhanded on the left field side of second base. That's just a great play against a very fast runner. And that's 1 out. And here is Sawyer Feck coming up. 1 for 4 yesterday and a walk. Fastball high, and the count 1-0. Boy. Great play. 1-0 pitch. Fastball at the letters. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thomas Teal doing the duties today behind the plate as mentioned. He caught Thursday's game, had a couple of great saves. And this one is lined to left field, base hit. And Croxford on a hop gets it back in. So the first hit of the day for Cochise. And here is Noah Ellison coming up. Boy, Noah drew the collar yesterday. 0 for 5, but a guy that can do a lot of damage with the bat. 303 average and 37 hits with 37 RBIs, slider, strike 1, and the count 0-1. Andrew Yee would follow. 2-0 Central, bottom of the second inning. Brock Johnson ready to go. He deals. Fastball. Boy, good velocity foul tip. Hung on by Thomas Teal. And he's shaking that hand. Hopefully he's okay, or maybe that glove might have torn. Boy, that was hit right back, and boy, just great hands to hold on to that thing. Yeah, it must be the glove, and they offer him another one, but he says no, he'll make do with this one. All right, Feck. Very good speed. Decent lead at first base. Johnson throwing a lot of fastballs, good velocity. Pitch coming up, fastball again. That's high, and the count 1-2. If you just tuned in, Johnson, 53 strikeouts, 24 walks on the year. 2.82 ERA. Powell, Wyoming, his hometown. 1-2 pitch, fastball at the knees, strike 3. And I think Noah knew it. I think possibly Noah was thinking breaking pitch and just a country hard fastball that at the inside part of the plate. And here is Andrew Yee. Andrew from Yuma, about 3 hours down the interstate. Pitch coming up, off speed inside, ball 1, 1-0. Andrew yesterday 2 for 4 with a walk. A lot of walks yesterday. 1-0 pitch. Fastball outside corner. And the count, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Beck at first. 2-0 Central. A lot of room in right center. Ground ball down to short. Benea right there to second for the force out, and that will be that. In the inning, there were no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 stranded. 2 in the books from Douglas. It's Central Arizona 2, Cochise nothing. This is Cochise baseball. And top of the order for Central Arizona as we begin the top of the 3rd inning. It'll be Croxford, Benea, and Reed. Croxford pop out over to third base first time at bat. Fastball. This was one right back over to TJ Shaw. Throw to first. 5-3 on the putout. 1 down. So first ball swinging Croxford. And here's David Benea, 0 for 1, struck out in the first inning, 2 for 5 yesterday. Benea, very good speed, 348 hitter, 56 hits on the year, 30 RBIs, and a couple home runs. Ramsey's ready, deals, slider outside, ball 1, 1-0. Benea out of Boston, the Northeast of all places. Pitch on the way. That one hit to center field. Francisco gives ground a few steps and makes the catch. 2 down. And here is Tyree Reed, who tried to bunt his way on and rolled it back to Ramses Guerrera. It's a pretty good bunt. Guerrera got off the bag and with Tyree's speed made it fairly close. Ramses gets his sign. Here it is. That one low in the count, 1-0. Reed out of Vallejo, California. It's the Bay Area. Pitch coming. That's outside. Tried the fastball. 2-0 now. Reed checks in with a 329 average. 23 hits, 11 RBIs, and a home run to go with it. He is hit in that 3 spot all 3 games of the series. Guerrera appears in, working pretty quickly. Out of the stretch, here it is. Fastball, and it got him. And without looking back in the book. I think that's the first hit batsman we've had in the 3 games. And here is Easton Rulli. Really a hard guy to get out. Yesterday, 4 for 4. Drove in a couple runs, scored a couple runs. Pitch on the way, that went inside. And the count 1-0. Easton from Moore Park, which is a little bit northwest of Los Angeles. And Ramses will throw over to first. Guerrero comes in with 51 strikeouts on the season, 29 walks, and a 3.88 ERA. Pitch on the way, squaring to bunt, and it's a very good bunt, and it's going to roll just foul. Now, one thing I've noticed here on the artificial turf, as soon as that ball gets bunted or rolls, it usually stays straight. In a normal maybe field where you have a lot of dirt or grass, sometimes that's not the tendency, but normally here, if it comes out straight, it's going to stay that way. And as an infielder here, you kind of get used to that. Ramsey's ready. Quick look over at first. He deals. Fastball. Challenged him. 1-2 the count. In the inning, a walk. Or rather, I beg your pardon, in the inning, a ground out, fly out, and a hit batsman. With Easton Rulli, the number 4 hitter, at bat. And they throw to first again, and Reed Easley back. Dabrowski playing deep, the left fielder right on the warning track. Francisco shades towards left field, the center fielder. Blanco straight away right. And all those guys cover a lot of ground. And we've seen Dabrowski make a couple of great plays, and same with Francisco. And Kevin Blanco on Thursday made a throw that you'll hardly ever see. That was so good from right to third base. Ground ball, easy play there for Kenny Ryan. He flips over to Sawyer Fett covering, and that will be that. 6-4 on the putout. In the inning, no runs. There were no hits. They do strand one. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning from Douglas. It remains Central Arizona 2 and Cochise nothing. And we are back in Douglas. We understand that Southern Nevada has a 6-1 lead over Yavapai. 3rd inning in Las Vegas. Winner of this game would play the winner of that game. Ready for the bottom of the 3rd inning. First pitch by Brock Johnson is a strike in the count, 0-1. Top of the order for Cochise, Francisco Laya. And he popped out to second base his first time at bat, and he gets hit right on the very edge of the arm, it looked like. And he'll be glad to go down to first base. Great speed, 29 stolen bases. Team leader, one of the league leaders in that department. Ken Ryan comes in, 1 for 4 yesterday. Grounded back to the box in the 1st inning, squares to bunt, puts this one in the air, and that one's going to get caught. Ty Kennedy over there to make the catch. And Ken Ryan is a very good bunter. It's one of the few times where it was a high pitch, and those are hard to get down. And maybe that was planned that way by Johnson. So 1 down. And here's Tyson Owens. Owens 0 for 1, struck out in the first. Hits this one to left field fairly deep. Back goes Croxford, way back, and he makes the catch along the wall in foul ground right at the fence. My, that is just a great play by Croxford. And we have seen him make several great plays out there. Oh, that was not easy. He came a long way. And it may be 2 feet from the foul pole on the fence in foul ground, able to bang the fence and make the catch. Here's TJ Shaw. Pitch on the way. First ball swinging, pops it up, giving chase. Wattis, but he'll run out of real estate, the first baseman, and will reset and try it again. TJ, 0 for 1 today, grounded out to second. 1 for 2 yesterday with 3 walks. Scored a couple runs. Shaw hitting .346, 63 hits on the year, 17 doubles. Johnson ready to go. Quick look over at first. Fernando goes. Throw down to second is in time. A good throw, although it was more on the shortstop side of second base, but a great tag by Benea. He caught it and reached back in one motion, and that was the difference. So Shaw will lead off the 4th inning. Francisco down 2-6 on the putout. Good play by Teal and Benea, the shortstop. 3 in the books from Douglas. Remain Central Arizona 2 and Cochise nothing. Fourth inning, top half of coming up, and this game moving right along. Now, the first 3 innings have only taken about 41 minutes. It'll be Zach Wattis, Max Stagg, Antonio Gianni. That's the 5, 6, and 7. Fastball a little bit high, in the count 1-0. In the lineup of Sean Cashman, head coach of Central Arizona. 1-0 pitch coming up by Ramses. This one outside, in the count 2-0. Well, Zach Wattis yesterday, 2 for 3 with a walk, walked back in the 2nd inning. Guy with good power. Ramses deals. This one is rolled down to second base. Easy play for Sawyer Feck. 4-3 on the putout, 1 down. And Max Stagg coming up. Stagg homered his first time at bat. Hit a breaking pitch that hung up way over the left field wall. And Dabrowski, the left fielder, without being on the other side of the fence, about as deep as it gets. Pitch on the way, off speed. Boy, good location, good pitch, good break on that one. And the count now 0-1. Max out of Adelaide, Australia. 6'2", 210. Guerrera says yes, here it is. That one hit hard into left field, base hit. Dabrowski plays it on a couple hops. And that is second hit of the game for Central. Stagg with both of them. And here's Antonio Gianni coming up. Antonio from, as mentioned, Cave Creek, north of the Phoenix area. Stag, good speed. Gianni, great speed. Pitch on the way. This one foul, third base way, and out of play. 324, Gianni coming in, 48 hits, 26 RBIs, 3 home runs, and mentioned collectively, Central as a team, 46 home runs. That is quite impressive. Ramsey's ready. He deals. This one low. Nice stop by Tyson Owens. And really, we have seen both catchers, Owens and Teal. And Teal had a great game Thursday. So did Owens. Make some great saves on balls bounced in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this one inside. Tried that breaking pitch that ran in on Gianni. Gets his sign. A look at first, and they'll throw over there. And back is Max Stagg. Thomas Teal would follow. 4th inning, 2-0 Central. The rubber game of the series. Pitch on the way. That one swung on, foul tip. And the count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Central, a team with a .330 team batting average coming into play. And the pitch, that one little dribbler and right off the foot, and we'll reset, try it again. The count remains 2-2. Teal, then Kennedy would follow. 1 down. And as we mentioned, Southern Nevada leading Yavapai in Las Vegas 6-1 in the 3rd inning. And a little throw over, and easily back is Max Stagg. Guerrero ready to go. Set at the belt. And now a throw to first and out. Is Max Stagg, as he was about 5 feet off the bag and leaning, and he was ready to go. Boy, nice job by Ramses Guerrero to pick that up, and a very good throw. So 1-3 on that put out, and with 2 outs, a swing and a miss, and the count now 3 balls, 2 strikes to Antonio Gianni. Guerrero ready to go again. Here it is. And that one line foul and out into the desert landscape. Temperature 83 degrees. And the wind forecast, not bad whatsoever. 6 to 10 miles an hour, and we'll take that any day of the week. Pitch coming up. That one dribbled foul again. So the battle on. Wind can really blow here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, 4th inning, 2-0 Central. 2 runs on the 2 hits, both by Max Stagg. 1 in the home run. And curveball froze him. Oh my, great pitch. That is strikeout number 3 for Ramses Guerrero. In the 4th inning, there were no runs. They do have the 1 hit. The pickoff play worked, and there were no errors. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Our score remains Central Arizona 2, Cochise nothing. This is Cochise Baseball. Bottom of the fourth inning, it'll be TJ Shaw, Sawyer Feck, and Noah Allison. That's the 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup. TJ 0 for 1 today, grounded out to second base. Checked in with a 346 average. Pitch on the way. That one fouled left field way and out of play. And Jacob Croxford, the left fielder, you could kind of look up, and he was kind of wondering where that was. Boy, Croxford has made a couple of sensational catches in left field. This one hit down to third. Kennedy there throws wide. The throw goes into right field. And let's see, TJ will put the brakes on, stop at second. And that'll be an error charged against Ty Kennedy. So a free pass to second base for Shaw. First error of the game. And here is Sawyer Feck. Feck on the day, 1 for 1. Base hit single back in the second inning. Feck hitting .317, 53 hits on the year, 37 RBIs. Guy with power. Fastball low, the count 1-0. Trying to pick up TJ Shaw. Central leading 2-0, bottom of the fourth inning. Brock Johnson, the native of Powell, Wyoming, fastball, and that hit foul, and that'll go out of play third base way. Well, Kennedy had plenty of time, just threw wide behind Zach Wattis. No chance for Wattis to get that one whatsoever. 1-1 pitch, fastball high, and the count now 2-1. Sawyer Feck from Calgary, Alberta, 6'1", 180. And that one is lined to right field, but right at Max Stagg. And going to third, tagging, will be TJ Shaw. So potential first run only 90 feet away. Sawyer hit that pretty hard, but right at Max Stagg. One down, and here is Noah Allison. Looking in, getting his sign is Brock. This one, boy, good fastball. A lot of giddy up on that one. And the pitch, that one lined, right at Kennedy. He's got to throw to first. He will. Boy, he hit that hard. And I mean, he blistered that one. And now here comes, that will bring up Sawyer Feck. Boy, he laced that one. So 2 down. And the pitch, that one, little check swing down to short, easy play for Benea. Throw and get him. Boy, nice job by Benea on a slow roller, and that will be that. So in the inning, there were no runs, no hits. They did have the error, and 1 man left. 4 in the books. Our score from Douglas, Central Arizona 2, Cochise 0. Central leading 2-0. It'll be Thomas Teal, Ty Kennedy, and Jacob Croxford. Teal 0 for 1, struck out back in the second inning. And on Thursday was 0 for 4. Ty Kennedy would follow. This is the 8-9-1 for Central. And Ramses Guerrera begins his 5th inning of work. And a swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch, and the count is 0-1. Dabrowski, Laya, and Blanco, the outfield left to right. Shaw, Ryan, Fecky, infield third to first. Pitch on the way. That one popped up, right side. Andrew Yee there makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. So Central still with only 2 hits, and this has been a pitcher's duel. And my guess was we'd have a high-scoring game today, but that's not so far. And our assistant athletic director predicted it would be a pitcher's duel, low scoring, and so far he's right on. Pitch on the way. That one blistered to left field, but Dabrowski there makes the catch, and quickly 2 down. Top of the order we go, and the very dangerous Jacob Croxford comes up. 0 for 2 today. Yesterday, 3 for 5 with a home run. Croxford hitting .370 with 72 hits, 32 RBIs, fastball low, ball 1, 1-0. Just a freshman out of Peoria, Northwest Valley of the Phoenix area. Pitch at the knees. Boy, I'll tell you what, Ramsey, he has done a very good job mixing up his locations along with his pitches, but we've seen a lot of breaking stuff. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. That one line to right, and it just is fair. Hit the chalk all the way to the fence. And by the time Blanco can get it in, it's going to be a triple for Jacob Croxford. And that thing just hugged the line. I mean, it was hooking, and it just did catch the chalk out there. And here is David Benea, 0 for 2 today. So the 3rd hit of the game. So Central, another potential run 90 feet away. We're in the 5th inning, top half of. Ramses Guerrero ready, gets his sign from Owens. Here's the pitch. Fastball is outside. Ball 1, 1-0. Quick look over at third. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch, just did miss. Boy, a good pitch. Just did miss a corner. 2-0 the count. On deck, Tyree Reed. The pitch. Fastball. Right down the middle. And the count 2-1. Taking all the way that time was Benea. Now Guerrero appears in, gets a sign from Tyson Owens. Quick look over at Croxford. And the pitch. That one, boy, outside part of the plate, and that's exactly where Owens was set up. So deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. 5th inning. Guerrero appears in. Quick look over at third. And now the 2-2 pitch. That one swung on and missed. Fastball got him, led her high. And that will be that in the 5th inning. In the 5th for the Vaqueros, there were no runs on 1 hit. The Croxford triple. No errors. They do leave 1. Bottom of the 5th inning, our score. Central Arizona 2, Cochise nothing. This is Cochise Baseball. And bottom of the 5th inning, and so far, great job on the mound by the freshman Brock Johnson out of Powell, Wyoming. Noah Ellison, Andrew Yee, Kevin Blanco. That is the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the lineup of Todd Engelhardt. Breaking pitch. Boy, that had good movement on it. Swung on unmissed by Noah Ellison. Noah 0 for 1 today. Struck out back in the 2nd inning. And that catches the outside corner. And boy, Noah needs to back out and regroup here. Boy, 2 very good pitches by Johnson. And he's mixing up his pitches and locations extremely well. And that one, slider missed in the count 1-2. Well, Brock came in with a good ERA of 2.82 and a very good strikeout to walk ratio. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it is. That one fouled away right side and out of play. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Central. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for Cochise. Bottom of the 5th inning in a very quick moving game. Fastball is outside and the count 2-2. Johnson peers in, gets a sign from Teal. Off speed, ground ball down to second. Rulli there and can't pick it up. And that'll be an error charged against Easton Rulli. Oh, that was just a slow roller, and maybe the speed of Allison affected the play, as Rulli did lift his head up some, but second error of the game for Central. And here is Andrew Yee. Off speed and good location at the knees. A good pitch by Brock Johnson. He peers in, gets his sign from Teal. Quick look over at Ellison, who has very good speed. And the fastball, this one, big chopper down, and it's going to be taken by Johnson, who dives to the bag and gets him. Boy, what a play by Brock Johnson. Great awareness. That thing was a big hopper towards second. Zach Wattis left the bag and went towards second base way, and Johnson able to get off the rubber and grab the ball in the air and dive ahead of Yee. If he doesn't dive, Yee beats it. And that is a true one unassisted. Going to second is Allison, and here is Kevin Blanco. Wow. Pitch coming up, fastball, and that misses up a little bit. And the count 1-0. Kevin 2 for 3 yesterday with a couple of walks. Had a couple great sacrifices on Thursday. Pitch coming up, and this is another golf ball down to third. Kennedy throws and just does get him. Bang, bang at first. And I tell you what, that's a great throw by Kennedy on a bang, bang play. Man, what a dramatic inning here with some of these hops. And here's Dabrowski. And while all this is going on, Noah Ellison at third base for the first potential run of the game, 90 feet away, but 2 outs now. Dabrowski 1 for 4 yesterday. Pitch on the way, that one just inside, and the count is 1-0. Dabrowski hitting .358. 43 hits on the season. Pitch coming up, swung on and missed. Challenged him. Inside fastball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Alex from Chandler. Fastball high, and the count 2-1. Well, 2 great plays. That was not an easy play that Ty Kennedy made. He had to wait for the ball, and he barehanded it, the Super Bowl type hop, and threw a bullet over to Wattis. And that just misses at the knees, and the count 3-1. And Johnson kind of peers in to wonder where he missed that time. Johnson has not walked anybody, has a couple strikeouts. Quick look over at third. Here's a pitch. Swung on and missed, and that was out of the zone. And the count 3-2. Got him to chase it. Francisco Loya would follow, top of the order. If Dabrowski can get on here. 3-2 pitch. Fastball. This one is lifted. And the shortstop calling everybody off, and that is David Benea. Boy, that was a mile high in the air, and Benea, amongst the others, makes the catch, and that will be the end of the 5th inning. Strange inning, I would say, but a couple of great plays. Boy, Brock Johnson, especially the pitcher. Boy, I've never seen a pitcher take a ball like that and just dive and extend. Otherwise, he would not have gotten the runner. Give credit to Central. That's great defense. 5 in the books from Douglas. Score remains Central Arizona 2 and Cochise nothing. This is Cochise baseball. And we're ready for the 6th inning in a very quick moving game. This game only an hour and 7 minutes old. Tyree Reed, Easton Rulli, and Zach Wattis scheduled the 3, 4, and 5. And the first pitch by Ramses is outside. Ball 1, 1-0. Guerrera from Villegas, Panama. 6'3", 215. Fastball swung on and missed. 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for Central. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for Cochise. And the pitch. This one right back to the box, but it was off the foot of Guerrera, or rather off of Reed. So that's a foul ball. 1-2 the count. And that can smart. Tyree trying to walk it off down there. If you just joined us, this has been a very good pitching duel. Ramses Guerrera for Cochise and Brock Johnson for Central. And Johnson just made an incredible athletic play in the 5th inning. Unassisted. Pitch on the way. That one hit to left field. Dabrowski on his horse and makes the catch in left center. Alex, a good jump on that one. So 1 up, 1 down. And Tyree just did get under that. And here's Easton Rulli, 0 for 2 today, after going 4 for 4 yesterday. 379 hitter. Fastball outside. Rulli, 61 hits on the year, 49 RBIs, and 7 home runs. And as mentioned, collectively, this team has 46 home runs. Guerrera ready to go. Curveball, that one's inside, and the count 2-0 now. Ramses has only walked 1 batter to go with 4 strikeouts. Pitch on the way, fastball outside corner. 2-1, that outside corner been very favorable to the pitchers, and the consistency has been good. This has been a well umpired 3 games. And that's a fastball just outside, the count 3-1. Relief from Moore Park, Southern California. As I look at their roster, they've got folks from all parts. Pitch on the way. This one a little dribbler out and easy catch for, I should say, bleeder out to Francisco Lea. Thought that might sink a little bit sooner. Hit that off the end of the bat. And easy play for Lea. Two down, and here is Zach Wattis. 0 for 1 with a walk. Fastball off the knees, and the count 0-1. So both guys, Guerrera for Cochise and Johnson for Central, were on their game today. Very good control. Check swing on the off speed. Did he go? They say no, and the count 1-1. Peering in, getting his sign. Tyson Owens doing the duties today. Pitch on the way. That one is popped up into short center field. Francisco there makes a catch, and that'll be that. A very easy 1-2-3 inning for Ramses Guerrera. So in the sixth, nothing across. Running out of innings. Cochise down 2-0. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. It'll be the top of the order. This is Cochise Baseball. Well, bottom of the sixth inning, top of the order for Cochise. It'll be Francisco Lea, Kenny Ryan, and Tyson Owens. Francisco hit by a pitch back in the third inning, and it was thrown out trying to steal. One of the rare times that has happened this season. Popped out in the first inning. Off speed, high, ball 1-0. And beginning of the sixth inning of work is Brock Johnson. And he has been extremely good. Good control. He's mixed his pitches up. And the wind picking up just a little bit. Let's hope that it dies down. 1-0 the count. And this one just inside 2-0. Francisco, very good speed. 29 stolen bases this season. Kenny Ryan, then Tyson Owens here in the sixth. And the pitch, off speed for a strike. And the count now 2-1. Outfield pretty much straight away. Jacob Croxford a little bit more towards the line. Gianni, the center fielder, a little bit towards the left field. And this one popped up. Center fielder Antonio Gianni up a few steps, makes a catch. 1 up, 1 down. So a lot of fly balls this afternoon. And here's Ken Ryan coming up. Kenny 0 for 2, grounded back to the box. Tried to bunt his way on in the first inning and then popped out to third baseman Ty Kennedy. Ryan hitting .366 with 60 hits, 41 RBIs, and takes strike one. A little foul tip action, and Tell you what, the catching in all three games has been very good defensively. Yeah, I think Teal got part of that tip, trying to shake it off here. Umpire giving him a little bit of time. Infield, Kennedy, Benea, Rulian, Wattis, third to first. Fastball outside, and the count 1-1 Owens would follow. And the pitch. This one popped up right side. Wattis gives chase and makes the catch in foul ground. 2 down. And here's Tyson Owens. Just jammed him on that pitch. I don't have the gun, the radar gun, but Brock Johnson throwing some pretty good heat when he goes to that fastball. But he has really mixed up his pitches. Pitch on the way, that's got a little drop to it and fouled away. But again, the key, at least in my opinion, for success is having that control where you feel good, where that release point off your fingers. Pitch on the way, fastball just did miss, and the count 1-1. Not giving anybody free passes, either guy. Pitch coming. That one rolled down to first, and Wattis can't pick it up. It's off his glove into short right field. So that'll be an error charged to Zach Wattis. The third error of the day charged to Central. And that's been the only Achilles heel, but so far it hasn't bitten him enough to produce a run. Here's TJ Shaw coming up. TJ checks in with a .346 batting average. And they appeal, and they say, no, he didn't go on the check swing on the breaking pitch. Oh for 1 with the ear, and that went a little off his fist, a little flare bleeder out into center field. And by the time Gianni can get it, runners at the corners. So an error and a bloop. And that is hit number 2 now for Cochise. Oh, baseball, a strange game. Well, that was a very good pitch. Boy, fastball, and just fisted it. And here is Sawyer Feck. Feck a single back in the third inning. Base hit yesterday. 54 hits on the year now for Sawyer. And Sawyer's a guy that very good contact hitter. Can go to all fields. Pitch on the way, fastball, and that just a little bit outside. Missed the corner. So an opportunity here for Cochise, and they haven't had many. Johnson, a look over at third, gets his sign. Here it is. Fastball, he tries the corner, misses, in the count 2-0. On deck, you'd have Noah Allison. Johnson peers in, ready to work. Working pretty quickly, even with runners on base. And the pitch, fastball right at the belt, and the count 2-1. Sawyer taking all the way. So Owens at third. Shaw at first. Let's see if they send TJ. Pitch on the way, off speed, hit right smack dab at Zach Wattis in the right spot at the right time. 3 unassisted, and that'll be that. Well, in the inning, 1 hit, there was the error. They strand 2, and we have played 6 from Douglas. The score remains in this playoff game. Central Arizona 2, Cochise nothing. This is Cochise Baseball. in a pitcher's duel. 2 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for Central. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Cochise. And we can update the score from Las Vegas. In the 5th inning, it's now 12-2 in favor of Southern Nevada. So unless things blow up there defensively for Southern Nevada, they will host next week against the winner of this game in Las Vegas. All right, let's see what happens. Ramses Guerrero on the mound, and he has been very good today after pitching yesterday. Fastball high, and the count 1-0. Came in yesterday in the 8th inning and got the save, and back on the mound today. Pitch coming up, that one. Boy, breaking ball inside, and Max Stagg leading off, who was 2 for 2 today, shakes his head, says yes, it was. Dangerous hitter. Stagg yesterday, a home run, 2 for 5. Fastball low. Comes in with a .375 batting average, and now 57 hits on the year. 11 home runs. Breaking pitch. Inside, 3-1 now. Stagg, Gianni, and Teal. Scheduled hitters here in the 7th inning. And that one low on the breaking pitch. And that is the first walk of the day. I beg your pardon, the second walk of the day. Antonio Gianni coming up had the first and only other walk of the day, and then stole the base. Gianni struck out back in inning number 3, so he is 0 for 1 with the walk. Yesterday, a couple hits. Very good speed. You've seen him steal multiple bases in the 3-game series. Guerrero appears in, gets his sign from Tyson Owens, his battery mate, squaring to bunt. And did he offer? Evidently not. And the fastball, ball 1. And now Todd Engelhardt coming out to the mound. And let's see, this more than likely a defensive discussion maybe on how they want to play this thing. Well, I tell you what, both coaches yesterday, nerves of steel in that game. That yesterday didn't seem like you could score enough runs to relax. Today you're just trying to, your Cochise get a run. And really the difference of the game is that 2-run homer by Max Stagg. And Cochise base runners today really on by favor of the air. The Vaqueros have 3 of them. The score is still 2-0. Outfield straightaway and deep for Gianni. Ramsey's ready, and he'll throw to first and try to hold Stagg at bay. And as I mentioned a few times, both catchers, both sides have done a great job. And squaring to bunt, taking high in the count 2-0. Now you wonder if they're going to ask Gianni to take one here. Good hitters count. Gianni, good power. The sophomore, Cave Creek, Arizona. Squaring to bunt, and he gets it down, and the only play TJ has is to first, and he'll make it. So the sacrifice is good. 1 down, 5-3 on the out. Going to second is Stagg, in scoring position now for Tom Teal, and then Ty Kennedy would be next. That's the 8 and 9 spot. Teal hitting .217 coming into play, 13 hits on the season, 6 RBIs. Ramses a look back at second. He deals a plate curveball. Strike 1. Boy, good movement on that thing. We have seen his breaking stuff's been very good. He'll throw that slider, that good left to right sinking action as it goes. And the pitch. Fastball, this one hit down to second. Sawyer Feck there, throws, gets him. And 2 down on the play. Going to third is Max Stagg. 2 down. And here is Ty Kennedy coming up. Kennedy 0 for 2. Popped out to second and hit the ball hard to left field, but Alex Dabrowski ran it down. Top of the order would follow. Guerrero ready to go. Fastball just does miss outside in the count. 1-0. He still has good velocity on that fastball and good movement on his other pitches. Quick look over at Stagg. He deals. A curveball stays way inside. That ran in on Kennedy. And the count now 2-0. And what you don't want to see, if you're Cochise, is Jacob Croxford coming to bat with runners on base, as he has extremely good power. And a fastball swung on and missed. Challenged him. Let her high. Ready to go again. Same routine. Quick look over. Set at the belt. Here it is. Fastball. Foul tip. Held. 2-2. So 1 pitch away from getting out of a mini jam here in the 7th inning. And really can't afford to give up any more runs on a day like this with Central leading 2-0. 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Fastball high in the count 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Ty Kennedy, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Owens goes over the signs. Here it is. This one hit right at Andrew Yee, a soft line drive, and that will be that. So in the inning, they get a man all the way to third. The sacrifice was good, but nothing across. Boy, a very good defensive game and a great pitching battle so far. Stretch half the 7th coming up. Cochise running out of innings. It'll be Allison, Yee, and then Blanco in the bottom of the 7th. This is Cochise baseball. We just have been updated from Las Vegas. Southern Nevada has a 10-run rule win over Yavapai. Final score 12-2. So it's official. Southern Nevada will host the winner of this game in Las Vegas with a 3-game series, likely next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Well, for Cochise, pinch hitting is Jorge Cardenas. And takes a strike. Count 0-1. Cardenas, 225 hitter, 16 hits on the year, 15 RBIs. Does have 4 doubles and has a home run. Hit a grand slam home run here on a Saturday afternoon against Arizona Christian. 0-1 the count. Fastball, and that one popped up foul. Third base way and out of play. He batting for Noah Ellison. Andrew Yee would follow. Brock Johnson ready to go. Right-hander deals, and he tries curveball, and that one low. And Johnson has been beyond good. He has had great control. He has not walked anybody. Pitch coming up, off speed, strike three, swung on and missed. One down. And that is strikeout number 4. And here is Andrew Yee. Grounded out, also hit into a force play and takes strike 1 on the inside part of the plate. A breaking pitch. Cochise only 2 hits. 2-0 Central our score. And he fouls this one off, just trying to stay alive. It's worth noting again, Johnson really has had great control, mixes location some, and his pitches also. There's a fastball swung on and missed on the outside part of the plate. And that is still very good velocity. And here's Kevin Blanco coming up. Kevin 0 for 2 on the day. Last time up, grounded out to third. Yesterday, a couple of hits, but baseball's what have you done for me lately? And this one fouled away, and the count 0-1. Alex Dabrowski would follow. Blanco, the number 8 hitter in the lineup. Outfield shades a little bit towards left field. Fastball, that one inside. Kevin's had a very good series. A couple of great defensive plays also. Croxford, the left fielder, almost on the track, near the line. Gianni, the center fielder, shades towards left field. This one fouled back at us, and quickly staying ahead of the count is Brock Johnson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right fielder Max Stagg pretty much straight away in right. All those guys cover a lot of ground and have pretty good arms to go with it. 1-2 pitch with 2 outs. This one in the dirt. And the count now 2-2. Total of 5 hits today. Unlike yesterday's total of 32. Brock Johnson, the freshman, ready, fastball. And you had almost every Vaquero coming off the field. Just did miss. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That was a fastball. 3-2. Here it is. This one he takes a little bit off, and it's hit into left field. Base hit for Kevin Blanco. So the 3rd hit of the day for Cochise. And here is Alex Dabrowski coming up, the number 9 hitter. Alex 0 for 2. He took a little bit off that pitch. Looks like that last pitch he almost aimed up there. But pitch coming up, off speed, strike 1. And again, good movement on it. Well, he's had different breaks on the pitches. Breaking meaning the motion. We've seen left to right sinking and then just top to bottom on that curveball a few times. And that one fell back again. He's got very good movement, and he's getting guys to just not be able to get the whole bat on the ball. Good lead for Blanco, and there's strike 3. And again, that looked like a slider, another ball that had good sinking action with movement on it, late movement on it. So he strikes out the side. There was the one hit in between, but Cochise starting to run out of innings. And I tell you what, so far, Brock Johnson has been very good. 7 in the books from Douglas in this semifinal playoff game. 8th inning we go to. Our score, Central Arizona 2, Cochise nothing. This is Cochise baseball. Top of the 8th inning we go to Jacob Croxford, David Benea, and Tyree Reed. Croxford on the day, 1 for 3, had that triple back in the 5th inning. Off-speed pitch for a strike. Ramses Guerrero begins his 8th inning of work. He has been very good, but Brock Johnson for Central just a little bit better. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball misses outside, 2-1. Yesterday, Croxford had a great day, 3 for 5 with a 2-run home run. Ramsey's ready. He deals. And outside corner, good location. 2-2 the count. Croxford, the freshman from Peoria. Guerrero ready to go. Here it is. Fastball. This one hit into right field by the diving Sawyer Feck. Sawyer just about got to that. That would have been a great play, and that is hit number 4 on the day now for Central Arizona. They're trying to get a couple insurance runs here. And here is David Benea, the shortstop. 0 for 3 today. Couple strikeouts and hit the ball hard back in the 4th inning, but right to Francisco in center field. Wind blowing in just a little bit more. There's a fastball squaring to bunt. Taking was David Benea on the count 0-1. Tyree Reed would follow. This is the top of the order for Central with a team batting average of .330. And they throw to first, and back is Croxford. So maybe on most days, this would be a successful outing so far for Ramses, meaning ahead in the game score-wise. But Brock Johnson has just been fantastic through 7 innings for Central Arizona. 0-1 pitch, scoring to bunt, taking outside, snap throw back to first, and unable to get that tag around was Andrew Yee. Owens has a very good arm. We've seen him make that snap throw back to first behind the runner several times this year, a couple times for outs. 1 ball, 1 strike, a look over at first. Bunt attempt, and they get it down. And if it stays fair, it is trouble. They slide it, and it goes under the glove of Andrew Yee. Boy, what next? That was just a great bunt. And the only thing that Ramses could do is kind of take his glove and try to push it up to Yee. No time to really pick it up and underhand it. At least it seemed like that wasn't the case, where there would be time to really do that. I tell you what, Benea gets down the line so very quickly, and that was about as nice of a bunt on that right side as you could put down. And Ramsey's the only guy that could go out and really make a play on it. So I'm going to score that a base hit, but that may not last. A bunt single. I have to look at it again, but even if you pick that up and underhanded, it would have been bang, bang with the speed of Benea. But now Cochise in some hot water with 2 runners on, nobody out. And here's Tyree Reed, who tried to bunt back in the 1st inning. He squares again to bunt, shows, and puts it down towards third base, picked up by Ramses, throws to first, gets him, but the sacrifice is good. I'll tell you what, how's that to have a number 3 hitter that has great bunting ability and skills, along with good speed? And now runners at 2nd and 3rd, 2 insurance runs, potentially for Central. And Cochise has got to bring everybody up. Shaw, Ryan, Feck, and Yee on the edge of the grass. And Easton Rulai, they're going to intentionally walk him to load him up. So now the bases are full of vaqueros, nowhere to put anybody, and here comes Zach Wattis, the very dangerous Zach Wattis. 0 for 2 today. Hit the ball hard his last time up at Francisco in center field. Well, infield is midway. They could come home or go for the double play. There's an off-speed pitch at the knees, and Wada shakes his head. Yes, it sure was. But that was a great pitch. Hard for Wattis to try to extend those arms. So your middle infielders, Ryan and Feck, are little bit past midway. They're trying to get the double play here. Pitch coming up. That one fouled away, and the count 0-2. So ahead of the count is Guerrera. TJ Shaw, the third baseman, is up on the edge of the grass, along with Yee, where they could potentially come home. 0-2 the count. Runners everywhere. Croxford, Benea, and Rulli. Pitch on the way. Fastball just did miss inside, and the count 1-2. Dabrowski, Francisco, and Kevin Blanco all pretty much straight away in the outfield. This is a big situation. Bases full of vaqueros. One out. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. This one is hit up the middle. Base hit. That will score 1, and that will score 2. So Zach Wattis put the ball right up the middle, second base side. No chance at all for Sawyer Feck. So Croxford will score. Benea will score. It's now 4-0 in favor of Central Arizona. Rulli will go to second, and Wattis at first. That is hit number 6 for Central. And here is Max Stagg, who homered back in the second inning. And now Todd Englehart's going to make his way out to the mound. And let's see if we do get a pitching change here. We are. So we are in the top of the 8th inning. Our score now is Central Arizona 4 and Cochise 0. This is Cochise baseball. And Mathis Norell will make his way to the mound. Norell started yesterday's game. He comes in with a very good ERA, 2.49, 8-3 record. And now comes into a tough situation. He went 3 1/3 yesterday and gave up 6 hits without looking back with all the stats. But this is a big situation, trying to close the door and keep Cochise at least close in this one. 2 runners on, Rulli and Wattis. Max Stagg, 2 hits today. Runners go, and it's a double steal of all things. Boy, what a jump that time by Easton Rulli. Say this team, Central, has some very good speed to go with the power. Want to know the count to Max Stagg. Mount Pilot, France. Norrell from. Now they bring the infield up. Yeah, let's see. And they're going to intentionally put Stagg on. That's the second intentional walk in the inning, and that's going to load him up. And what that'll do is put your middle infield back in double play depth now instead of bringing them up. And here is Antonio Gianni. Gianni on the day, a walk struck out and a sack. A sacrifice bunt. Bases full of vaqueros. Pitch on the way. Slider for a strike outside corner in the count 0-1. 4 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for Central. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for Cochise. Top of the 8th inning, 1 down. Mathis Norrell, who started yesterday, in relief now of Ramses Guerrero. There's a fastball. This one hit. That's a fair ball over the third baseman, T.J. Shaw. Or maybe not. They call it foul. At first, it looked like the call was, and everybody ran, and everybody's got to go back. Well, that was bang, bang. Well, I'd like to see that one again, but those hands did go up. Well, at first, I thought it was a fair ball, but so we'll reset and try it again. 0-2. Rulli at third, Wattis at second, Stagg at first. Norrell peers in, gets a sign from Owens. He deals. Boy, slider, nice stop by Tyson Owens to keep that from heading to the backstop. Big situation. Again, the middle infielders, Ryan and Feck, are in double play depth. Shaw, the third baseman, on the edge of the grass. Likewise, Andrew Yee. Pitch coming. And this one's a little foul tip. It goes off the face mask and glove and hit the umpire also. And that stings. Everybody's going to walk it off, and Owens will go visit Norrell and give himself and the plate umpire an opportunity here to shake it off. Boy, that came back in a hurry. It hit off the mask of Owens and then into the plate umpire. Maybe caught his shoulder area. 1-2 the count. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Norrell peers yes. Inside and says yes. Here it is. Fastball. This one lifted to Francisco. Back to the track. Back to the wall. And at the track makes a catch. And that will score 1. Or did he make the catch? He went back, he put his glove down on the ground, and I thought he caught it, but evidently he did not. Wow. He went all the way back to the track, and then he came back in, and he put his glove down, and it looked like he caught it, but evidently he only trapped it, and it got ground. Boy, what a tough break. And everybody kind of had to freeze, thinking the same thing. Boy, that was a strange, that'll be a single. And first pitch swinging, and Teal fouls it off. Thomas Teal on the day is 0 for 3. Boy, what a strange play. And the outfielders weren't, or the runners weren't sure either. Everybody kind of had to hold and see. So they do get the 1 run on that. And that one is hit past Andrew Yee. That will score 1. That will score 2. And it's now a 7-0 lead for Central Arizona. So Gianni will go to third. And now the ninth batter in the lineup, Ty Kennedy, who is 0 for 3, will come up. Runners at the corners. Boy, I'd still like to go back to that play by Francisco Laya, and this is a bunt. It's a safety squeeze, not a suicide squeeze. Safety squeeze is when your runner third's going to wait to make sure it gets down, versus a suicide squeeze where you're just going on the pitch and hoping your guy can get it down. Runners at the corners. Norrell ready to go. Only one out in the inning. Infield and double play depth. Fastball right on the inside part of the plate at the knees, and the count 0-2. Boy, what a strange play with the longest single that Gianni may ever get. Pitch coming up, swung on and missed. Good fastball, and that is the second out of the inning. 2 down, but back to the top of the order. So Central, who has scored 5 runs in the inning, they have batted around. And now back to Jacob Croxford, the 10th man to bat in the inning. Norrell out of the stretch. Quick look over at third. Fastball outside, backhanded by Owens. Another good stop by Tyson. Evidently, they're giving Francisco an error on that one. Boy, I do not agree with that one, but pitch coming up. Slider for a strike, and it looks like they were going to try to get in a rundown between first and second. Cochise not having anything to do with it, as Thomas Teal was stopping before he got to second, hoping to get in a rundown and maybe try to steal a run with Gianni at third, who is lightning fast. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch on the way. This one rolled down to short. Easy hop there for Ryan. 6-3 on the putout, but the damage has been done. In the inning for Central, they pick up 5 runs. They do it on 4 hits, 2 errors, and a couple walks. Bottom of the 8th inning, coming up from Douglas. Our score now, Central Arizona 7, Cochise nothing. Francisco Loya steps in. Well, I just checked on that play. Francisco went all the way back. He came up, had to reach down to his shoelaces. Fastball inside. He had to reach back to his shoelaces, and the ball evidently hit his glove and rolled out. Everybody had to wait. Bases were loaded. But that's a tough error, and the count 3-1. And right now, Cochise needs base runners. They are facing a very tough pitcher in Brock Johnson. There's a fastball, let her high. Francisco taking all the way. But Brock Johnson has been as good as it gets today. Scattered 3 hits. And there is a slider, strike 3 called, and 1 down. And Francisco swung at ball 4. And here is Ken Ryan. Kenny on the day, 0 for 3. Checked in with a 366 average. So 7 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors. And this one hit foul. Third base way. 7, 6, and 3, 0, 3, and 2. Really, the only Achilles heel for Central has been 3 errors. And there's a swing and a miss on a high fastball. Brock Johnson came into play with a 2.82 ERA, a 6-3 record. And the freshman from Powell, Wyoming has been outstanding. Count 1-2. He hasn't walked a soul today. Well, you don't see that a lot this late in the game. And this one fouled away. Third base way and out of play. Well, if things don't change, and Cochise can't come back, Central Arizona will play in Las Vegas next week in a 3-game series against Southern Nevada, who 10-run ruled Yavapai 12-2 in that game 3. Trying to get on anyway the Apaches can here. This one hit foul, same place, same result. 2-2 the count. Central came in with a 38-16 record. They are 25-4 at home, 13-12 away from home. And this one rolled down to third. Ty Kennedy scoops it up, throws, gets him. 2 down. And here is Tyson Owens. Owens has gotten on twice by a couple of errors. Also struck out and hit the ball hard to left field. In fact, that sent Jacob Cruxford to the fence in foul territory. He made a great catch. And he hits that one almost the same way, but not quite as deep. I'll say this, Jacob Cruxford and Antonio Gianni cover a whole lot of ground. And Max Stagg is pretty good himself out in right field. No weaknesses whatsoever. Pitch coming up. Fastball just does miss. And the count 1-1. And Brock Johnson, his velocity is still up there. Wish I had a radar gun in front of me, but it's as good as it was back in the first and second inning. And his control, the same. Movement on his pitches, extremely good. 2-1 the count, pitch on the way. And speak of, another breaking pitch, good movement. And the count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 8th inning. And a foul tip, and it is held by Thomas Teal. And that is strike 3. Boy, that is 6 strikeouts in the game for Brock Johnson. 8 in the books from Douglas in the semifinal game. It's Central Arizona 7 and Cochise nothing. Back for the 9th. This is Cochise Baseball. And we are back for the ninth inning. David Benea will lead off. Fastball high in the count, 1-0. David on the day, 0 for 3 with a turned out to be a bunt single. So actually 1 for 4. Hit the one that was just perfect bunt up the line, and Ramsey's tried to push it with his glove to first and went under Andrew Yee's glove. That would have probably been a base hit anyway. Had he picked it up, he probably would have outran it. 3-0 the count now. Boy, a big eighth inning for Central. They sent 10 men to the plate, scored 5 times, and there's a strike right at the letters. 3-1 the count. Central came in with a .330 team batting average. They now have 47 home runs on the season. And there's a fastball, but stays high. Daniel Martinez has now come in the game to pitch. Tell you what, this is about as good of a performance as I have seen by Brock Johnson, the right-hander for Central, the freshman from Powell, Wyoming. 0-1 the count. Martinez ready to go. Fastball low and gets away from Owens and going to second will be David Benea. With my poor scorecard, not looking so good right now. Tyree Reed at the plate. Foul tip, and this one held. Reed's had a very good series himself. Sacrifice bunt last time at bat. He was hit by a pitch back in the third inning. Martinez, quick look back at second. Now gets his sign. Here it is. This one, and he gets hit again. Right at the, looked like right on the hands at the knees, a little bit above. So the first 2 runners on board in the ninth inning, and here is Easton Ruley, and he has had a very good series. 0 for 3 today with a walk, scored a run. Great day yesterday, 4 for 4. Drove in a couple runs, scored a couple runs. And they're not holding Reed at first. So Martinez trying to get out of this ninth inning with no more damage done by Central. And here comes Todd Engelhardt. Martinez from Mannheim, Germany. Maybe defensive conversation, perhaps, or do we have a pitching change? We do have a pitching change. So 7 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for Central. 0-3-2 for Cochise. And coming in to pitch for Cochise is Daniel Gomez. Gomez from La Guira, Venezuela. With runners at first and second, David Benea over at second, he walked, and Tyree Reed over at first. And let's see, get some numbers on Daniel Gomez. 4.15 ERA, 4.1 record. 39 innings under his belt, giving up 38 hits on the year. Allowed 18 earned runs and a very good strikeout to walk ratio, 54 strikeouts, 21 walks for Daniel Gomez. And right now he's just trying to get Cochise one more opportunity with no more damage done by Central. And the wind picking up just a wee bit, blowing in towards home plate. Gomez 6'5", 195, the freshman. And he is facing a very tough guy to get out here. And Easton Ruley. Easton from Moore Park, California, the sophomore. 2 runners on. And that's the last thing that Daniel Gomez wanted to do. And it's a hit by pitch. That was a breaking pitch. It right up in the shoulder area got Ruley. And now the bases are full of vaqueros. Without a hit, a walk, and 2 hit batters. And here is Zach Wattis, who has a lot of power. 1 for 3, single couple RBIs, and takes a fastball low. Wattis came in with a .382 batting average. Now 60 hits on the year. Fastball misses outside. Tried to paint that corner. And the 2-0 the count. And I would bet the farm here that Wattis has a green light on a hitter's count. 2-0, bases loaded. Pitch on the way, inside, 3-0 now. So Gomez needs to come over or would force another run in here. Infield and double play depth, outfield straight away and deep. Pitch on the way, that is ball 4 low. 8-0. So in the inning, and now a runner coming to the plate, and everybody's going to move up 90 feet. And Gomez they forgot about the runners. And Ty Reed comes in to score. Wow. Gomez in need of an out. Runners second and third. Pitch on the way. Fastball outside. Boy, as I was filling out my score sheet, here comes another run to the plate. And well, that's just great heads-up baseball by Central. Pitch on the way. Fastball right at the knees for a strike. And the count 1-1. And that's just not real good alertness by Cochise, to put it lightly. 1-1 the count, second and third, fastball outside. Score now 9-0. We're in the 9th inning, so we're in the top half of, so no 10-run rule would apply, as it did in Las Vegas earlier. Fastball outside, 2-2 now. Max Stagg on the day, the home run, the single, and a couple walks. He has scored 2 runs and a couple RBIs. Yesterday, a home run, 2 for 5 yesterday. Fastball, and he's going to have at least another RBI. They're going to put the brakes on. So a base hit single for Max Stagg, his 3rd hit of the game. He will drive in Easton Ruley, and they will stop Wattis at third base. And just like that, it is now 10-0 in favor of Central. And here is Antonio Gianni. Great speed. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. 9th inning. Pitch coming. Breaking pitch for a strike in the count, 0-1. Gianni on the day, a walk, struck out, a sacrifice, and a base hit single. Had a sacrifice yesterday along with a couple hits. Scored a couple runs. 0-1 pitch. That's outside corner in the count, 0-2. So in the 8th inning, Central sent 10 men to the plate. They scored 5 times. And so far, they have scored 3 runs in the 9th on only 1 hit. Pitch coming, breaking pitch, and swung on and missed. Strike 3. So 1 out. And here is Thomas Teal coming up. Teal on the day got on by an error, grounded out a couple times, struck out 0 for 3, and has had a couple of good games defensively behind the plate. Made some very good stops Thursday afternoon and today. First pitch is ball 1, 1-0, which he's trying to get 2 more outs and have another chance to bat here to maybe at least put some runs on the scoreboard here. Fastball, outside corner. Good pitch that time. Daniel Gomez peers in. Look over at first. Gets his sign. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Off speed. Took a lot off it. Boy, good pitch that time. You can see the movement from here on that one. Ready to go. Quick look at third. Here it is. Fastball, and that is hit to right center, and there's nobody there. That's going to go all the way to the wall. That will score 1. That will score 2. And standing with a double, stand-up double for Thomas Teal. So a good bit of hitting on a 2-strike count. And if you are scoring, and that pen has a run out of ink, Wattis would score, Stagg would score, and Teal will be at second base. And here comes Todd Engelhardt. And you got to feel for him right now. The wheels have kind of come off here. 12 runs now for Central, 12 runs on 8 hits. And they have 3 errors. This is Coach East Baseball. We'll take a quick break. And we are back, still in the 9th inning. Central has put across 5 runs on only a couple of hits, a couple of hit batters in the inning, along with a couple walks, and the 1 out was a strikeout to Gianni. So Ty Kennedy will come up. He will be the 8th man to bat in the inning. And Alejandro Venegas on to pitch. Venegas, the sophomore from San Luis High School. It's right outside of Yuma. Trying to get a couple more outs here. Venegas was the losing pitcher of record yesterday. So back out on the mound. Your outfield still straight away. Dabrowski, Francisco, and Kevin Blanco. And same infield of Shaw, Ryan, Feck, and Yee. Trying to get out of the inning. Slider for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Croxford The scheduled hitter top the order next. Fastball, outside corner for a strike, and the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 12 runs now, 8 hits for Central Arizona. Fastball, and this one is hit, and Francisco's going to have to take that on a couple hops, gets away from him, and motoring into second base with an RBI double is Ty Kennedy. So Teal would score, and it's now 13-0, 9 hits. And now we go to the 9th man to bat in the inning, and here is Jacob Croxford. Croxford, 2 for 5 on the day, a triple and a single, takes ball 1. And there's when this one gets away from Owens, and motoring over to third is Ty Kennedy, and that's a wild pitch all the way. Well, the late innings have become a disaster. But something that we shouldn't overshadow, and that's the performance by Brock Johnson, the freshman from Powell, Wyoming, the right-hander for Central Arizona. He has put on a great pitching performance today that he will long remember in a big playoff game. 2-1 the count. And this one is hit to left field. Dabrowski there in his tracks makes the catch. The runner will tag and score to score another run to make it now 14-0. So Croxford, good bit of hitting. He is a very good hitter. Make that a sac fly, and they've batted around. And here's Benea, who led off the inning. Takes a fastball, ball 1, 1-0. David has scored 2 runs today. Bunt single, walked. Check swing. And anything close. Yep, if I'm umpiring, I put my right arm out there. And I'll tell you what, these umps have done a very good job. This has been a well-officiated, umpired 3 games. Pitch on the way. This one in the dirt. And they count 1-1. This game now 2 hours and 23 minutes old. You're moving right along until that 8th inning. Pitch coming, fastball, and that is just outside. The count 2-1. Base is empty. And the pitch. This one fouled away right side out of play. Tyree Reed would follow. Benea led off the inning with a walk. And strike 3 called, outside corner. And that will mercifully be that. Boy, good pitch that time by Andrew Venegas. However, in the 9th inning, the Vaqueros come up with 7 runs. They do it on 3 hits. There were 2 hit batters, a couple of walks, and the bottom of the 9th coming up. 14-0 in favor of Central Arizona. And a new pitcher, it'll be Colton Lefebvre, the sophomore from Litchfield Park. And Lefebvre pitched on Thursday and then ended up getting the win in that game. Pitcher of record in the 9th inning when Max Stagg hit that 2-run homer. One more chance for Cochise, trying to put a few runs on the scoreboard. TJ Shaw will lead things off and pop this one up foul right side. And Richard Gutierrez pinch hitting for Shaw. Lefebvre ready, deals that one at the knees on a fastball. We can close the book today on Brock Johnson, who will get the win. Didn't walk anybody. Pitch coming up, scattered 3 hits. One of those a little flare. Did hit one batter and struck out 8. Fastball inside to Gutierrez. Richard out of San Felipe, Venezuela. Opportunity here to pinch hit. Lefebvre ready to go. And the pitch. This one outside. Lefebvre did a great job in that 8th and 9th inning in their win Thursday. And as mentioned, got the win. That pitcher of record when the 2-run home run was hit by Max Stagg. Outfield straight away. Trying to get a few runs on that scoreboard. And that one swung on and missed by Gutierrez. And one down here in the 9th inning. And Hadley Smith will come up, who has caught quite a few games this season. Hadley Smith, a .210 average coming in, 21 hits, 16 RBIs, 4 doubles. This is not a save situation, obviously. Lefebvre ready to go. Breaking pitch, that's inside. And the count 1-0. And there's a fastball that misses outside. 2-0 the count. And this one hit down to third. Off of Kennedy, picks it up, throws, and gets him. Boy, what an arm by Ty Kennedy. That was hit pretty hard by Hadley Smith. Knocked it down, had composure, picked it up, and made a perfect throw to Zach Wattis. 2 outs, and Cochise down to their last out, so to say. Jorge Cardenas, the batter. First ball swinging, pops this one up foul. Cardenas came into pinch hit, struck out earlier. .225 hitter, 16 hits on the year. And Lefebvre ready, deals. This one hit down to first baseman Zach Wattis, steps on the bag, and that'll be that. And congratulations to Central Arizona. They will move on next weekend for a 3-game series in Las Vegas against Southern Nevada, who defeated Yavapai today 12-2. That game only went into the 6th inning before the 10-run rule came into effect. Well, let's review a few things. Cochise will finish overall with a 43-16 record, and they had a very good conference record. They were number 2 in the conference. In Thursday's game, Central 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Cochise 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher was Colton Lefebvre, who just came in and pitched the 9th inning here, and the loser was Colin Smith, who pitched extremely well into that 9th inning. The difference, a home run by Max Stagg in the ninth inning, a 2-run homer. That game lasted 2 hours and 25 minutes. Game 2 went to Cochise, 12 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. Central Arizona, 11 runs, 18 hits, 2 errors. Winning pitcher Alejandro Venegas. The losing pitcher Jonah Hergert. Ramses Guerrera came in and did get the save. Miles Harrison pitched really well in relief for Central Arizona. 3 home runs in that game. Jacob Croxford, Zach Wattis for Central, and Francisco Laya for Cochise. That game lasted 3 hours and 20 minutes. This afternoon, Central Arizona, 14 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors. Cochise, no runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. Winning pitcher Ben Johnson, and he was a story. He was outstanding, did not walk anybody, struck out 8, and scattered 3 hits. A complete shutout through 8 innings, and then coming on in the ninth. Not a save situation, but coming in was Colton LaFave. Wing pitcher Ben Johnson, the loser today, Ramses Guerrera, and he did a great job. He pitched yesterday, but was solid through 7 innings today, and 1 home run. Max Stagg for Central Arizona. So Central continues. They'll play next Thursday in Las Vegas against Southern Nevada, who I mentioned beat Yavapai today. Well, hope you enjoyed the 3 games. I'm Tom Heck, bidding you a very pleasant good afternoon from Douglas, where this afternoon Central Arizona moves on to Las Vegas next weekend for the final as they defeat Cochise, shutting them out this afternoon by a score of 14-0. Good afternoon, everybody.